Cipher can do it.
I don't believe that there is any way we can fall off here. Which is a shame, really.
Watch your step, kid.
Oh, thanks.
I know it ain't fancy, but it'll have to work for now. Amaya Blackstone, nice to meet you.
Graham, the pleasure's mine. It's nice to see all these bridges are getting fixed.
All these bridges? No, kid. This contract is over. Daventry can't afford me anymore. They can't even afford oil for the crumbler over there. My own invention, of course.
Oh, what does a crumbler do?
It lifts, it chops, it crumbles. Most importantly, it brings in the monies, which are desperately needed. Been kind of rough around here lately.
It seems that way. Daventry's been an interesting experience so far. Different from what I read in my travel books. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if it's for me.
Don't worry, kid. It's not you. This kingdom's been going downhill ever since the Queen died. And now, with the bridges out, no one can get into Daventry. It's really quiet. I hate the silence. I'm a woman of action, if you couldn't tell. Quiet towns don't pay the bills.
I can see that.
Well, I should get going. Perhaps someone's wandered into my shop. If you make it there, come say hi. I'm on the left.
You have just met the blacksmith. Now there are 3 ways in which we can get hold of this monstrous eye. And you may have guessed already that one involves wisdom, one involves bravery, and one involves kindness. We are going to see lots of new areas in this chapter. So let's make a start.
Keep out. Under construction. Caution. Bees and distress.
Alright, so I'm guessing there's no returning back down to the lake area. Or back into the arena. Is that an arena or a stadium of sorts? Anyway, who cares? Let's move on.
So, how did you find an eye?
It was a hideous beast lurking inside. Ouch! Rude!
Alright, well, we'll come back to that. I'm going to concentrate on the outskirts of Daventry in this video, and we will concentrate on the inside of Daventry in the next video.
Shame. These could have been carved into really nice jack-o'-lanterns. That pumpkin was housing too many squirrels for my taste.
Strange.
I'm guessing that the amount of destroyed pumpkins here is strange.
West, Tournament Theater. North, Town Square. South, under development, coming next spring.
There are 2 ways in which we can enter Daventry. The first is via this way.
How precious. The badger wanted to make friends with the squirrels.
And you can see there is a pathway off to the right. That was a weird looking badger.
Pick the farfan berries and place them in the basket. I have to get these all picked before I can go home. Leave me be so I can finish my work.
Yes, sir. Oh, this horn looks slightly different.
A new kind of horn, but the same result.
Wherever you are hiding, hideous beasts, Whisper will find you.
Hi, Whisper.
Do squirrels count as hideous?
I was too slow to catch those frogs.
Maybe later.
Come into the daylight, you hideous beasts!
I don't believe we have anything that we can use to capture those frogs right now.
Whisper can do...
Hold on. I swear that I saw some subtitles appear at the bottom of the screen. But I don't think anyone was actually talking. Ah, there's another horn here. But I'm guessing that there is a piece missing from it.
Well,
Hasn't anyone told you it's not polite to go stomping around on people's backs? Give me one good reason not to gobble you up right now.
Let's see. I'm guessing this is the choice for wisdom. I'm assuming this is the one for compassion. And this definitely must be the one for bravery.
If you let me go, I can return to you with bundles of royal food. You see, I'm training to be a knight. If you release me, I'll make sure the king rewards you for your troubles.
You're a little scrawny for a knight. A long neck and a silly feather like that? Are you sure you aren't a goose?
Yes, I am quite sure I am not a goose.
That's exactly what a goose would say. Lucky for you, Ulfie hates the taste of goose. The feathers are bad for digestion. Now, where do you want from Ulfie, Goosey?
You wouldn't happen to know where I can find an Eye of a Beast, would you?
Is it time for the tournament already? I thought that was on Tuesday. Oh, bother, my memory's failing again. Ulfie's been suffering from sleep deprivation. A very rude monster has been snarling in the bushes behind my back.
Is this monster you speak of hideous, perchance?
Snarling Snarlax is legendarily hideous. Those puny guards of Daventry would surely be impressed by his eye. It is rumored the beast has 2 purple eyes with bright blue, glowing pupils, 6 legs, 3 claws, and 1 tooth. I could let you cross and perhaps even help you with that fire-eyed monster, but since Ulfie didn't eat you, Ulfie needs a pick-me-up. This big tooth is a sweet one. If you bring me something to eat, I'll consider helping you.
Yeah, why not? We know where the bakery is.
Can you share with me why all the bridges seem to be missing in Daventry?
Well, little Goosey, until further notice, the Bridge Troll Guild is officially on strike. For too long have we, the Bridges, have been stomped on by sharp-pointed shoes of the puny guards. And do they care that my back breaks out in an itchy rash from all that marching? Of course not. As Pilar says, for shame, Daventry. We're not going back to work until the kingdom can take better care of their roads. I should be at the meeting, but Ulfie always shows up fashionably late. Right when the croissants are served.
What are all those weird instruments around the bridges for?
Usually those horns are used to summon its associated bridge troll to fill the gap. But we have removed all mouthpieces until we get word from the head of the guild. Ulfi was instructed to keep all his horns hidden from humans. I keep mine under my butt. Shh.
Do we really want that mouthpiece back after we know where it's been?
Happy trails.
Waddle back briskly, Goosey. Ulfi is starving.
Alright, we will return later. I don't want to put my lips on anything that's been near his blowhole.
No one should notice one bell missing.
The announcement board was covered until round 2 of the tournament. King Edward gave us everything we have. His legacy was tarnished in his later years, but he was a once great man, and he left me with a Daventry to grow into the kingdom it is today.
I believe the second way into Daventry is via this road here. Yes, here we go.
I better stand on this side of the rock.
It wouldn't budge. I wasn't strong enough to move that rock. I'm not going to lie. I took that rock for granted.
Grandpa.
I couldn't move that rock, so I just groveled.
These are terrible.
All right, we're done. This boulder pushing story has hit rock bottom. Oh.
Alright, let's move on. I believe that's all the dialogue that we can get from that rock.
What a peculiar trap.
Is that a ladder? We will take a closer look at that in a second.
All right, sugar shrooms.
Sugar shrooms? I'm guessing they taste somewhat sweet. Fantastical floating island only steps away. It's so floaty you'll be amazed. Let's take a look. The world's greatest floating island. Don't turn right. Yes, we will carry on. Don't stop screaming. Well, I didn't actually start.
This was on my bucket list.
Maybe it will be open later. Now, is this Ulfi's horn here? I can see a golden horn at the back as well. So I'm assuming right now there are at least 3 different trolls, and I see a 4th horn on the right. I'm sure this will come into play later.
Kids, don't stop screaming until Dad pulls over the wagon.
Yeah, I forgot that we can actually look at these signs. Now we're going to do it in reverse.
Don't turn right. No floating islands that way.
Well, we have been to the floating island, sort of, so let's go right.
Starberries framed a serene view. Shame about that buzzing beehive, though.
Yeah, I don't think we can actually reach up, although they look like they are at arm's length's reach.
Someone had set the scene for a lovely evening.
Yeah, right above a bee's nest. I'm guessing that's Daventry Castle.
My love, you're my everything. I might not have enough money for a ring yet, but I just can't wait any longer. Will you be mine forever? I better put this back.
Alright, maybe we can climb this tree.
Bees!
I ruined the bees' day and that lovely meal. I tucked the berries away for later, even though I was craving a cliffside snack.
I believe that we can leave that beehive right there, but that would not be very kind now, would it?
Almost there. World's greatest and only floating island. Fantastical floating island. Only steps away. It's so floaty. You'll be amazed.
I kind of missed a trick by not reading those signs before we reached the floating island. Oh, hello. Is that Acorn?
Don't worry. The Wetzels will be here soon, Princess Madeline. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the craftsmanship of these traps. Ugh, I'm gonna wipe that stupid feather off his face.
He really does not like Graham.
When I'm a knight, things are gonna be very different. If Skinny Pants makes it past this section of the tournament, I'll smash him in the next round.
I wonder what his problem is with Graham. He doesn't seem to mind the other contestants.
Hey, stop wiggling, Madeline. You're tickling my belly. He was right, you know. I do have snacks hidden in there. Amaya said I'd be rewarded beyond my wildest dreams if I captured enough Wetzels.
What is a Wetzel? Is it some kind of creature?
I can't wait for you to see the surprise I've been working on for you. Your stomach growls and mine does too. It's not a trap, it's just free food. Come, the Wetzels, visit me. You only need one eye to see. One for you and one for me.
Alright, let's just leave those two alone. Is that one of the unicorns? Actually, is that an actual horn? Or no, I see the string.
I wasn't always the master archer you see before you now.
How'd you learn?
We'll get to that part.
There are many areas so far where we need to return to later.
Moving any further in the dark seemed like a bad idea.
Yeah, if we move any further inside this cave, then bad things happen. So let's not do that. We have done almost all that we can do around the outskirts. Before we enter Daventry, there are 3 more things that we need to do. Let's start by capturing this ferocious beast right here.
That didn't need a bell.
No? Of course, it wants some meat.
Ew, gross.
We had a bit of a clue earlier with these squirrels. As we neared Daventry, we saw a badger chasing them, so I don't think these will have any effect, but we will try.
I never waste food.
Ah, there we go.
Will the squirrels remember that?
The squirrels will most certainly remember that.
That sounds quite ominous. And I believe that night has gone now. All that's left to do is to remove that bee's nest. Or sorry, the beehive. No, it is a nest, isn't it? As I said, we don't have to, but it's the nice thing to do. There we go. Oh yes, I was going to mention before that in the last video I was wondering where my gold coin went, but I forgot that I bought the... Oh, we don't have it anymore. The entrance ticket. Now, if we did not buy the entrance ticket, and if we did not leave a tip for one of the shopkeepers, the merchant that we met on our travels, he would have stolen our money, and we would have been left with 1 gold coin anyway. Right, let's go into Daventry and speak to new friends.